Guys, we have one of those calendar circling homecomings tonight. We seem to be having a lot of these lately. Dwyane Wade going back for his first game in Miami since leaving last summer. All he did down there was win 3 championships in 13 seasons. So, no big deal. Obviously, Dwyane has been getting asked about this a lot this week because mostly Heat fans still don't understand how this could have happened. And Wade put it pretty simply when he said, I don't really want fans to understand. I want them to appreciate what we accomplished. So look, neither Dwyane nor Pat Riley have really bared their soul here, and that isn't happening anytime soon. Dwyane said the two men haven't even talked to each other. Riley says he's put it all in writing in an email to Dwyane, but it's still sitting in his draft folder. Now, there's something for the Russians to go get and release to the world. Listen, here's what I humbly submit. Wade is no longer in Miami because Riley didn't want him to sign. He wanted him to leave so he could start this rebuilding project, and he wanted it to be on Wade's conscience and not his. Riley wanted the cap space to chase Steph Curry, Blake Griffin, or Kevin Durant next summer. And paying Wade $23 million a year when he's about to turn 35 years old probably wasn't the safest investment. Look, they were not that far apart, and the Heat will tell you that they offered him everything that they could. But a couple of days earlier, they offered Durant more money. And look, that didn't thrill Mr. Dwyane Wade. So this leaves a complicated legacy. We all know Wade's getting cheered tonight, and we all know he got his money. And we know Riley's not going to be getting booed, and in a few months, he's going to have his cap space. So, Karan, you know these parties really well. Pat Riley drafted you. He was your coach. You played with Dwyane. What do you think we're going to see tonight?
I think we're going to see Flash at his finest tonight. I think he's going to be out there feeling, re-energized, and just going out there and just leaving it all on the court. And unfortunately, like we was just talking off air, it's a back-to-back. But I think...
Which is not fair to Dwyane,
It's
really.
not fair, just like it wasn't fair to Russell Westbrook, in the Golden State game. But I think he's going to go out there and he's going to impose his will on the game, and he's going to go out there and be special.
Now, he's your guy. I mean, you two guys are tight.
Definitely.
I'm sure you guys have communicated since the summer about what this means to him.
It's a special moment for him. Like you said, it was no contact, no phone, but that's the nature of this business. That's the nature of the beast, and you have to accept that.
It's hard for me to believe that they didn't want this guy back. Like, if you look at the way he's playing right now, he still look like he'd go another 2 years.
Easy.
And I'm sure they would love to have him in that uniform this year, the way he's playing. He looks healthy. He looks fine. Tonight is not that night to patch things up. Like, it's venom inside D-Wade that he wants to go out and play, exceptionally well. Well,
Karan, you kind of know what this is like. You were the big first-round pick. They were all excited about you. You were part of the future. You and Dwyane going to play the future of the Heat. And, Shaq's available? Get out of town, Karan. Nice knowing you. Come out to L.A. You can really relate to this getting shipped out.
Man, honestly, I couldn't wait for that moment to return and just leave it all out there on the court. So I know he's been there longer. He has more build-up emotionally, internally. So he's waiting for this moment. He's going to go out there.
It should be a special night, though. I mean, think about what this guy has accomplished for this franchise. 3 championships. He's brought Shaq.
And he brought LeBron and Bosh and played with Shaq. I mean, it's not just he played. He helped put those teams together.
Yes, and who knows if they would ever have a team the way he put together. I'm happy for him. I hope they, appreciate what he did for that franchise, and it should be a great night.
Look, they had Chris Bosh, who they didn't think was going to be able to play this year. That wasn't a surprise to them. I think the Heat were like, can we really risk having 2 guys we're paying this much money to? It was a tough decision.
Man, it's business.
It's business.
But moving on to the West Coast, Doc Rivers and the Clippers are off to a 7-1 start, blowing out the Trailblazers last night. Doc has been stressing the importance to his team to get off to a good start this year. And here's why. They ate the Warriors' dust last season, and now with the Warriors trying to get started with their new team, I think he wants the Warriors to eat some of their dust this year. Portland coach Terry Stotts said this is the best team that they've played this year. It's not even close. Tracy, are you surprised about the Clippers' start?
Yeah, I am. But in the beginning of the season, as you know, you do have a handful of teams that really gels together from out the gates of a starting of an NBA season. They happen to be one of those teams. I don't think they will keep this pace up because I think Golden State, I think Portland would get it together, in San Antonio, those guys are really not playing their best basketball. Clippers are playing their best basketball at this moment,
They're
right?
the best team in the NBA.
Yes, right now. Whether they sustain that, who knows? But I like the way they're playing. I just don't know if they can compete with these other teams with this roster.
I think their team continuity is there. you know, the chemistry is there. You know where DeAndre is going to be. You know where JJ is going to be. You know what Jamal is going to do. You add depth to the bench. You rest in Paul Pierce. You have all those components, and then you have the floor general and Chris Paul healthy. They're ready. They've been waiting for this moment, and it's about getting off to a good start and carrying that momentum, you know, throughout the season.
So the Clippers are having a good week. You know who's not having a good week? John Wall. He has been in a cranky mood lately. He got fined $25,000 for bumping ref Mark Davis on Monday. He got ejected that night. And then last night, in a game that his team was blowing out the Celtics, he gets ejected for this flagrant 2 foul on Marcus Smart. Before I get into what I think might be wrong with John, Tracy, what's up with him right now?
First of all, that is not a flagrant 2 foul. I'm sorry. Like I said before, this league is being over-officiated. That is not a flagrant 2 and warrant of a ejection. And the next thing is, John Wall is just sensitive that he's not in the conversation with Steph Curry, Damian Lillard, with these top point guards that are in the league. You were up 20 points in this game when you committed that right there. Who does that? That's just frustration of not getting the respect that you think you deserve as one of the top point guards in this league.
Yeah, so what I think here, look, he is not only not getting the respect, guys, he's not getting the cash. He's a little bit frustrated that he signed his contract before a lot of these other guys did. He's making less money than Reggie Jackson in Detroit, which bothers him. He doesn't have a shoe deal. His shoe deal ran out. He doesn't have the Adidas deal like Damian Lillard had. Doesn't have Under Armour like Steph Curry. Doesn't have Nike like Kyrie Irving. He's kind of like, what about me, man?
I think his health is key, and he shows that, you know, this season that he's healthy. I know he set out a game or two, but he's healthy. And he needs to just go out there and perform at a high level. I think Ernie Grunfeld would do his job in taking care of him and rewarding him at the end of the season.
Yeah, it's going to be interesting to watch that. The Jump is going to continue after this break, and we'll talk about James Harden's hot start and whether his numbers are fool's gold under new head coach Mike D'Antoni. Maybe he's doing what Steph and Kawhi do. Check this out from Tom Haberstroh.
Pull up tapes of Michael Jordan in the 90s, and nearly every time Jordan releases the ball, a camera bulb flashes and covers the screen in a purplish white film. This is what professional photographers call a whiteout. It's one of the many reasons why trainer Tim Grover believes that pros shoot worse in games versus practice. Flash photography can be crazy distracting, but it can also be incredibly helpful in training the brain, if that's what you choose to do, like Jordan did. Strobe lights blind the eyes rapidly and momentarily, omitting visual data and training the brain to solve for X. Able to figure out what's happening with less information? That split-second advantage makes a world of difference. Steph Curry used it to improve his neuromuscular efficiency, going from 286 three-pointers in 2015 to 402 in 2016, and the first unanimous MVP in league history. Now Kawhi Leonard is using it to improve his ball handling, brain training to enhance his shot creation and isolation skills. It's like the ball is moving in slow motion, Leonard said, which is bad news for the rest of the league looking to slow down the 2014 Finals MVP.
Tonight, as a surprise and token of appreciation, we would like to invite Robert Misery from Cause of War to the court to help us present it with his new service dog, Murphy. Thank you, Cow Harbor Warriors and for taking this session.
Who doesn't love a man and his dog?
That's a nice gesture.
Beautiful moment.
If you,
Welcome back to The Jump. I'm Brian Windhurst in for Rachel Nichols, here with T-Mac and Tough Juice. James Harden posted an absurd triple-double last night. 24 points, 15 assists, and 12 rebounds in a win over the Spurs. Yesterday, we learned that Harden thinks he's the best player in the game. Tracy, you put up some pretty ridiculous numbers on some bad teams every now and then. Do you think Harden's numbers are fool's gold? You also play for some good teams. I just want to know that occasionally you played on some not so good ones.
I think him scoring and averaging 30 points is not fool's gold, but 15 assists, I think that's a little bit of fool's gold. Being that D'Antoni's system is tailor-made for, you know, a guy that handles the ball 90% of the time, open up with shooters out there on the perimeter. It helps when you have guys like Ryan Anderson and Eric Gordon knocking down 48% of their threes. But James Harden is a great player, great scorer, and I don't know if 30, 15, and eight rebounds can be what he does.
Ron, you'd have gotten a max contract if you played for Mike D'Antoni. You'd have put up some numbers.
For sure.
I think his player usage is off the charts right now, and what he's doing is, he's playing the point guard position because Beverly was hurt earlier on, and he's just maximizing that, and he's doing everything. He's scoring. He got the lime green light. He's, getting the assists. He got shooters around him, and he's maximizing that.
The lime green light. I love that.
Well, offensively, there's really not too many guys in our league better than him offensively.
The thing about it is that, D'Antoni and Harden bring some baggage into this, right? Because we know that guys put up numbers.
Absolutely.
When they play for D'Antoni. We also know that when the chips are down, Harden's not been able to get the stops on the defensive end. So we can all get excited and look at these numbers and be like, wow, wow, wow. But will it matter when it gets serious?
That's the thing. Yes, the numbers are inflated. But when it really counts, when they play against some of these great teams, granted, they played Dallas twice and, a couple other teams that are not as good as a Golden State, San Antonio, and the Clippers. Let's see as we get, late in the latter part of the year, and these guys continue to play this way. But, if he puts up these numbers and these guys are shooting the ball this way, they're a tough team to beat.
I'm just happy to see him in a good place after last season, not finishing the way he started, not making any of the all-NBA teams, and coming back with this fuel to, get them over the hump.
Yeah, let's take a moment to talk about their competition last night. Last year the Spurs won 39 consecutive home games. They didn't lose until April when the Warriors beat them down there. They're 1-3 at home now. They've lost 3 in a row on their home court. Karan, you worried at all about San Antonio?
No, I'm not. They got a culture that's, that's parallel to what we see in the New England Patriots in football. And, they're going to continue to move forward. I think, not having Tim Duncan in there is a transition on the fly that they're going through. But Kawhi Leonard, working out with Kobe this summer, being the go-to guy now, Manu Ginobili, all those guys, they're going to figure it out.
They haven't been healthy. Danny Green's just coming back.
Yeah, his first game last
Tony
night.
Parker is out. And even when he was in, he didn't look like he was healthy. He was moving slow. And Powell. I don't know what's up with Powell. Him in L.A. is just not gelling, the way I expected.
If you talk to scouts, they think Powell is killing them defensively. And I don't know if that's a matter of he's slowing down or if he hasn't figured out the system.
He's slowing down.
But, look, you guys know your point guard and your center are your key guys defensively.
Both of those guys are slow.
They're not getting it. They're not really getting it done right now. Speaking of big men, last night, Harrison Barnes and Andrew Bogut returned to Oracle Arena for the first time since leaving the Warriors to go to the Mavs. Before the game, Bogut was asked by USA Today about rumors his injuries got him shipped out of town. Here's what Bogut had to say. This league is so two-faced. Everybody is so fake. The same people who made those comments will see me tomorrow and shake my hand and ask me how my family is. This league is full of people who are full of boop and shallow.
Hey.
And that's what you get out there in pro sports.
Tell us how you really feel.
Tracy, do you agree that the league is two-faced?
Stamp.
Kudos to him, man. That's how it is. It's like that in politics as well,
It's like that in every business in America.
It is like that.
You should hear what I say about you dudes. When this is over, I'm going to go in.
You know what, Ryan? I say the same thing. We sit here and we have great conversations about our sport. And, when I leave, I say some things about you. Because you like to send subliminal shots sometimes,
I know,
too.
I'll give you the side eye.
Yeah.
Last year we saw Bogut get hurt in the finals. J.R. Smith ran into him just like almost, I thought, wrecked his knee. He was very lucky to avoid serious injury. Yeah. There were people in the Warriors organization whispering, like,
it happens,
Can he play? Can he come back and play? Should he have come back and played during the finals?
I think if he was able to, he would be out there.
That's what I would think,
Because
too.
he was a huge part of what they was doing, and plus him being the anchor defensively in the middle. They needed him out there. Unfortunately, he wasn't able to play, and you saw that. And, now he's just expressing himself.
I question the guy's integrity and his mindset when he's on a bad team. But when he's on a championship.
In the finals.
Right.
Yeah.
When he's on a championship, team, there's no way.
Either you guys feel like this in your careers where, maybe somebody really important was like saying one thing to your face and saying another thing behind your back?
It happens. Absolutely.
It happens like that all the time in professional sports. It happens like that in life. That's the nature of the beast in life, and you just got to move forward.
Yeah, I think the real reason Andrew Bogut's not there is they needed the money to sign Kevin Durant. Any other reason like that is
Play JaVale McGee!
Up next, we'll discuss DeMar DeRozan and his scoring outburst to start the season. But first, a very special edition of Distant Replay from the year 1999.
The Lakers are trying to get out and break now, but the wrong people are shooting. I wouldn't want Fisher necessarily to take that shot that fast.
Oh, and there's a swing by O'Neal. And they got a brouhaha on the floor. Somebody swung, but we'll have to see who.
But Shaquille pushes him, and then Barkley hits him with the ball.
And there's a punch, a left hand.
Shaquille threw the first punch.
Both Barkley and O'Neal will be ejected.